else is there to talk about? We talked about, well, at least we've touched on the music, the games, the fandom, Wolfus. Is there anything else?
Well, Ryan will let you know that I've gone on to him a lot about the world.
Ah, that's right. We want to talk about Gensokia. Zawarudo!
That word gives me nightmares.
Really? I thought you would have liked it, Mr. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan.
Well, you see... No, that's... What's her name? The girl you mean, chaps.
Sakuya?
And I'm thinking about that. Yeah, she always says that before she does her fucking,
Yeah,
well,
Suzume
Chaps
is
always
also a
says
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan.
Oh yeah. Every time we're playing Scarlet Weather Rhapsody, and I play as Sakuya, and I manage to pull off Sakuya's world because Ryan's a slow, stupid, dumb. I always shout out the world.
Yes. By the way, Sakuya is a maid who's like works for a vampire, and she has the ability to manipulate time.
And knives.
And she's also
every time I play against you, I get closer and closer, and I've actually beaten him before he could say that a couple times.
Yeah, but if
And
you
there was
look
one
at the
instance that was
ratio,
bullshit.
if you look at the ratio of me not
guys.
being able to pull that off, it's pretty.
Guys, I don't want any.
On a side note, if Sakuya ever got fired by Remy, she could totally open up a cleaning service / acupuncture clinic.
She totally could. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, yeah, Sakuya is
Any Dojin artists out there?
I'm sure. Oh please,
Can we-
I'm sure that's been done like in a million different variations. Actually, no, it probably hasn't. But seriously, Sakuya is basically a knife-throwing, time-manipulating maid who works for a 500-year-old vampire who looks like she's 10.
And a bitch.
And who lives in, like, you know, a Western-style mansion in,
Which is a lot
in
bigger on
Japan.
the inside than it looks on the outside.
That's the sort of world Gensokyo is. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
One big supernatural clusterfuck.
And all those supernatural entities look like girls
Well,
of various
actually,
ages
not all.
between 12 and...
Well, all the ones that we see, anyways.
This is true. There could be many that we don't see that look more monstrous.
Yeah, there are yokai in Gensokyo that look like traditional demons.
Well, there could
It just
be.
so
You haven't
happens that the
seen them.
ones that we see happen to look like anthropomorphic little girls.
No, we don't know that there are those that don't. I actually have a theory that basically part of Gensokyo's thing is to make them all look more humanoid. Because part of the point of Gensokyo is to, here's some lore, was to basically preserve kind of relationship between humans and yokai and make the humans not, like, super terrified of them or try and exterminate them outright. A bit of the backstory of Gensokyo is basically that all of the different myths are true, but because people have stopped believing in them, they're starting to disappear. So one really powerful yokai known as Yukari created, like, sectioned off a bit of Japan to create a sort of supernatural, like, national
Safe
park
haven.
or whatever. Yeah.
Supernatural.
We're
safe
basically,
haven.
yeah, we're basically, she also, like, there's, like, a single village of humans who generate enough belief to sustain the existence of all the different supernatural creatures there.
And also generate enough sustenance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, some yokai eat humans, but they're trying to move off doing that. And for that, and the humans, of course, get to, like, you know, live in relative safety and are kind of taken care of enough.
And plus, it's not
one-
like all yokai have shit against humans. Like Kene Kamishirasawa. She's a yokai, but she's a fucking school teacher.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, there are plenty that get along with them. That's actually also ties into the games, is that the Danmaku settings is actually a non-lethal fighting match. So that the yokai can stir up trouble, they call it starting an incident, and basically cause problems that can then be solved, and that's just to keep them from getting bored. Because really, which is really a good thing, when you have, like, incredibly powerful entities that are, like, centuries old, you don't want them getting bored. Because when they get bored, they're gonna cause real problems, like destroying everything.
Well,
So
let's just be
basically,
glad that Yukari, while she's a fucking chess master, isn't a maniacal douchebag. Because think about it.
Well, she is, but she just decides to put it into trolling.
Yes,
she's
instead
also
of like,
evil.
like you know what I'm trying to say. Instead of making a
is
serious
she?
like she could literally cause the end of the world if she wanted.
Let me put it this way: just most characters could cause the end of the world, just based on various powers they have.
Yeah, but
They don't use it to their fullest potential because they're trying to preserve themselves. That's the point of Gensokyo, is making it so that they just are like live peacefully. Think of it like kind of how we in our world are trying not to start World War III because we kill off everyone. They're kind of trying to do the same thing.
Not to? When was this established?
Hey, look, to quote Henry from Fire Emblem 13, I don't care much for politics, I just like throwing fireballs at bad guys.
Right, but we're trying to make sure but when the bad guys respond by throwing bigger fireballs, and you respond by throwing even bigger fireballs, and then it keeps escalating, eventually the whole world is one big fireball.
Then we throw that.
But at what?
Problem solved. Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Why did we go silent when I started singing?
As you started
Because it
singing.
was so beautiful.
Serenade us.
Alright, here.
Oh, it turns me on.
Alright, here, hang on. X gon' give it to you. Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own. X
Oh God,
gon'
shut
give it
up
to you.
already,
Knock,
you're
knock,
big
open up the
already.
door, it's real. With the non-stop pop-up and stainless steel.
Chappie, I don't want any.
This is bad.
I think
If you enjoyed my song, like, comment, and subscribe.
if you hated his song,
We just lost all of
Like,
our
comment,
subscribers.
subscribe.
if you hated his song, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, please unsubscribe, then
Yeah,
subscribe again.
unsubscribe. If you commented, delete your comment.
No, you're messing it up. If you subscribed, unsubscribe, then subscribe
You've
again.
thrown off the natural order!
Well, okay. If you basically undo everything you did except for the Kickstarter,
Now get up
because
from the chair and spin around 3 times and do a backflip.
Now do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around.
and
And that's what it's all about!
and that's how you unlock Sonic in Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yep.
Trust me, I tried it. It works.
100% guaranteed to work. No cheats.
No cheats.
Have we actually talked about
Wait,
everything?
have we seriously talked about everything?
I guess, without going into every character into detail, because that will be here
But
forever.
only 12:22.
Well, so what next?
Is there anything we want to touch
2
on?
hours. How is that possible?
I kind of have some.
Well,
Holy
can we
shit,
talk
it's like,
about... You want to just talk about, like, individual stuff that we like, or, like, whatever?
Sure, but hold on, wait, Kenny, what do you want to say?
So, if any of you guys like Minecraft and also like Touhou, I definitely recommend checking out UkuriCraft. mc.ukuricraft.net is the server IP. So they've recreated Gensokyo entirely in a Minecraft world. It is beautiful. It's some of the best Minecraft builds I've ever seen.
Man, we are all about promoting other people.
Well, compared to where we
It's like a big old info
Right.
dump.
Team Coward talks about what is this anime. Also, check out these guys, please. We just do it. Yes, I
Trust
had
me,
something
even though
good,
we
but I
suck, they're
forgot
actually
about it
legitimately
halfway
good.
through. God damn it!
Well, hey, I'm actually a member on that server, and it's a great server. I love the community. Some of the nicest people I've ever met. So yeah, give it a shot.
Hey, even if you just like Minecraft, check it out, and maybe you'll learn about Touhou in the meantime, because we probably haven't actually managed to
Never.
teach you anything.
Yeah.
If anything, we just made you more confused.
Probably. Problem solved!
Like me. I'm more confused than when you started.
If this were, a college course, you'd ask for your money back.
Yeah.
Alright, so you want to just talk about other stuff then?
Sure, does anyone have anything else to talk about?
Well, can I go on about my love for Koishi's character?
You know what? We might as fucking well.
Alright, so... Fucking... I mentioned earlier that while Ichirin is my current favorite character, Koishi's probably my second favorite at the moment, and will probably eventually take over that position. She's probably one of the most, if not the most, tragic character in the fucking series.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Well, basically, Koishi and her sister Satori are yokai that live underground, and basically the yokai that live underground are the yokai that fucking everybody hates. Like, even the above ground yokai hate most of them. And the reason why Koishi and Satori are down there is because everybody shunned them and hated them because they have mind-reading powers that never turn off. And let's just say Satori is not really discreet about this. And so Koishi started like a normal person, becoming fucking scared of her power, and decided that she was going to seal it off. And while she did seal off her mind-reading powers, what that also did was that basically shut off her whole conscious mind. And and after that, she can't really have many thoughts. Like, everything that she does is done subconsciously. She has no emotions despite her cheery smile. And she's doomed to basically just kind of wander around. Because unless somebody already knows about Satori, as soon as well, for the most part, she's completely invisible until she moves into someone's line of sight. Then they see her, and then literally the moment she exits their field of vision, they completely forget that she exists.
Oh.
Yeah, and unless they know about Satori, in which case they'll recognize her, but pretty much forget about her. And after fighting the hero, whoever you're playing as in Subterranean Animism, she actually kind of starts to regret sealing off her powers, and then it actually gets a little bit worse with Hopeless Masquerade. Basically, the main yokai of Hopeless Masquerade is made up of a bunch of different masks, one of which being the Mask of Hope. And Koishi, when that mask gets lost, Koishi finds it, and she starts feeling legitimately really happy. And starts to feel emotion again, and goes around trying to gather attention, because for the first time, in a very long time, she's actually feeling emotion. And people are starting to recognize her and realize she, exists. And then in a few of the endings, it's kind of hinted that the power of the mask is just going to disappear after a while, and she's going to go back to being completely emotionless, and, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. She basically doesn't exist. God fuck.
I'm sorry, were you talking? I was reading comics.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you. I'm out of here. Fucking leave it. Fuck you.
So, guys, hold on. I just want to say that even we may or may not have managed to convince you, but seriously, just check out Touhou. It's a lot of fun. The fandom's crazy and awesome, and you'll find some really cool shit. Look it up.
Okay, so.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.
Say bye, Kenny. Bye. Goodbye.
Don't forget to
Is
like,
it
comment,
reconnecting?
subscribe, and don't forget to buy t-shirts at shoppromo.com tonight!
You sons of whore.